The front door was unlocked.
Did anything look out of place other than her not being there?
No. It's like they just walked in and just disappeared.
Tonight, a new layer of mystery in the disappearance of baby Lisa Irwin. She was just 10 months old when her parents reported her missing. October 4th. Now, a so-called mystery man police interviewed 4 times, just arrested in an unrelated assault. Police say Dane Greathouse stabbed a man he claimed was stealing things from his car. Now, this guy denies any involvement in baby Lisa's disappearance. He has never been called a suspect. We want to stress that. But here's why police 4 times. It's complicated. Try to model me. Lisa's parents say that their baby was snatched from her crib while sleeping, and they say at the same time 3 of their cell phones were stolen. Well, that night, somebody using one of those phones tried to call the phone owned by pink-haired lady Megan Wright, who lived in this community home with a lot of other people. Dane Greathouse had access to Megan's phone, and cops wonder, well, was that call intended for him? Ron Rugen, you're a private investigator down there on the ground in Kansas City. What do you make of this latest development? What are the theories, anyway?
Well, as far as Dane being arrested over the weekend, it's not a huge surprise, just from the information I've gathered regarding his character. I texted with Dane following Lisa's disappearance some months later, and I asked him if maybe we could get together and talk so that he could make himself irrelevant. And his somewhat of a wise guy comment back to me was, if you'll fill my gas tank every day and give me $100,000 in Benjamins, then we can talk.
Wow. I mean, obviously, the question is, were those cell phones really stolen, or was the call made by either baby Lisa's mom or somebody in the house? And if so, why was that call made? Was it because she was already drunk, having consumed at least 5 glasses of wine by her own admission, and she was looking for something else? We don't know. We don't have the answer to that question. She claims that she did not have that phone in her possession. This is the mother. No suspects have been named in this case. Lisa's dad reported the baby missing at 4 in the morning, October 4th, when he came home from work and couldn't find his little baby.
The front door was unlocked. Most of the lights were on in the house, and the window was in the front was open. Obviously, it's all very unusual. And then I started checking on the kids, checked on the boys first, and then we checked on her. That's when we realized she was gone.
Now, he ran to the neighbor's house thinking, well, maybe the neighbors had her. Very briefly, what's the story with them?
Well, the neighbors went to counseling earlier that day around 1 o'clock. I spoke to the gentleman next door this past weekend and visited with him for an hour, and he said they'd been to counseling. He left and went to spend the night at a friend's house, supposedly, and his wife received a text message from him around 5:10 when she walked in the door, and they had been estranged ever since. He's now living back next door, and she's living with her mother.
Unbelievable. We're going to stay on top of this mystery. Thank you so much.